Okay, so when we have finished downloading and installing My Cloud, we have set it up, and you can install My Cloud either on an iPhone, iPad, or an Android phone, or even your MacBook Pro or a laptop or desktop even. Then it is time to go in and be familiar with the My Cloud app. They look a little different, but the structure is really the same. So here I'm on an iPhone 4S, and to go into the cloud I just press My Cloud here. It has to be said that it go directly into the cloud drive, into the root directory, to the main folders that is shared with you. It comes up here. If you have access to multiple clouds, then it's always the last cloud you visit that will come up here. So here you can see the folders that is on this cloud. If I want to see if there are other clouds here, and I know that I have access to more than one, then I'll press on the menu bottom up here that looks like a grill of a car. So if I press that, you can see here's the main menu. In the main menu, what can I see? First of all, I can see which song did I play last, or which movie did I watch last. That comes up here in the top where it says now playing. It doesn't play, but it just say now playing. That means that you've been in there, you played it, and you turned it off, and then you went out. But this was the last thing you did when you were in here. Then you can see here, these are the drives or clouds that I have access to. And if I want to go in, either subtract or add to these clouds that I have access to, then you can see there is that little plus sign here where it says Manage Devices and Services. And as soon as I press that little plus, you can see it changes here, where you can see here's the 3 clouds that I have access to, and that's set up. Because if they wasn't set up with this iPhone here, then there was a small green plus instead of these do not enter signs. So here you can see there's 3 clouds. Then down here there's other service like a Dropbox, the Google Drive, OneDrive. They're here. If you have local network drives, or we call them NAS drives, then you can see they're here where it says add manually. You can see then you can go in and access a WD device or a My Passport wireless drive and so on. That happens here. Further down you can see you have the possibilities of going to view the log in regards to what have you downloaded last. You also have access to the activity log. So that you can do here on the views, and then under info you have the settings. The settings, not the setup where you access a cloud, but the settings of the app in general. So that's what you can do here in the main menu here. So if we go down here and press, let's say, the download log here, then you can see here that I have only downloaded one song, and that's this one. I downloaded to my device. If there have been multiple, there will be listed more here. If I go back again, if I go into the activity, here you can see the activities that have happened since I went in and cleaned my log last. And I can see here I have viewed a few pictures. I have downloaded, that's here, the song. So it's not just that you can see it in the download log, but you can also see it in the activity log that you have downloaded something. And then you can see here I previewed a few songs, and we call it preview when we go in and preview some pictures, and we also call it preview when we go in and listen to some songs but we haven't downloaded to one's device. So when we press here, then we come down to settings, and that's important. Down in settings, one very important point here is the WD My Cloud Help. If you're ever in doubt of what you can do in this app, go under the main menu under settings. Here you can see that you have the WD My Cloud Help. If you press on that, you will get a list of issues that has been set up here that you can go in and ask. So you can see if you have a question like video quality, why do my movies or music pause and stop doing playback and so on. There's a lot of answers in here, so if you have a question or there's something you want to know, go in under settings on the main menu and you can access it here. Here you can also see what version you are on the app that you're using right now. Then you have here the cache size. The cache size help you when you are streaming stuff to your device. It has to be said here that the reason you have different cache sizes is depending on what phone you're on, what kind of phone, how big is your hard drive, the storage that you have, not the memory but the storage. Like here, this is a 4S with 64 GB, therefore I have said I don't mind to have a cache that is 5 gigabyte. But if you have an iPhone that's only 16 gigabyte, I would not set up 5 gigabyte as a cache. I would go in and set only 1 gigabyte. But here you can set up how big your cache should be. Then also you have the possibilities to set up the warning. A warning that if you're not on a Wi-Fi network, but you are out in the world, out of the office, out of your home, and you're on the road and you're accessing your phone provider's network. That means it's not a wireless network in regards to a Wi-Fi, but it is like a G4 network or G3 or VLE network and so on. You have a data plan, or most people have a data plan. Some have unlimited data. That has to be said, that's not always that's true, because there's always a limit somewhere. Some has perhaps they can download and upload 5 gigabytes, some 10, depends on what you need. But as soon as you are not on a Wi-Fi network, it will come up with a warning so that you know that you're now cutting into your data plan. Then you have also the possibilities to set up a passcode. If, let's say, that you want to make totally sure that nobody can really get into your cloud, and if the phone gets stolen, then you have the possibilities to say, yeah, but they can't even launch the app I just launched here. To launch the app, you need a passcode, not like here. I just pressed on the icon, it went directly into the cloud, and I could start using the cloud right away. You can add an extra layer of security by going in and activate the passcode here, so that when you start up the app, you need a passcode just to get into the app, not into the cloud, but just into the app. If we go further down here, you can see that you can get it to play automatically. When you press a song or movie, then it should start playing it, and it's set up as default because it should be like that. If I go in and choose or select a movie or music, I want it to play right away so I can preview it. If I then like it, then I can always download it to the device. If you have ever need for going into other people's clouds, or you could have also trouble with your own cloud where you have to reset, then sometimes you have to go in and unlink the link you have to your cloud account at WD My Cloud website or Western Digital's website. Then they're asking you to go in and unlink it. That you find on the settings. So when you're out in the root directory, you go up to the menu, you go down to settings, and down here in the bottom of the settings you have unlink my cloud. You could get that request that you have to unlink it before you can go in and link it again. If you are the administrator of your cloud drive and the cloud drive is yours and that you are the administrator, then you can remotely go in and update the firmware on your cloud, not your phone, but my cloud, by going in here and checking for updates. And then if you're the administrator and you have the right setup in regards to security, then you can go in and check that there is a firmware update, and then you can remotely activate it from your phone or your iPad or where you're coming from. So that was the main menu here, and that's important that you, and as I said here, this is what you can see in here. If you want to go back to the root directory, then you can see up here to the right, you can see there's the main, but when I click that, I'm back again on the settings. If I click here, I'm back in the main menu. So how do I get into the root? You have to choose what cloud you want to work with, because we just went into settings, so now it says, hey, now we are out totally because now we're into the app itself, but which drive is it you really want to access here? And you can say, okay, this was the one I want last, and now you're in the root directory here. I hope that explained a little bit about the navigation of the program here with the main menu, and that's when you press the grill up here and then you get in here in the back. And if you need to set up the clouds here, subtract or add to the accessing clouds, then you press the little plus here. And if you want to see the last activities in regards to downloads, then it's down here under views. And then you have settings in regards to the program, the app itself. But else, you should be able then to navigate at least the main features in this app here. I hope that helped you.